What's up, Suns Nation? This is another post-game reaction video. The Phoenix Suns just took down the Houston Rockets 124-109, and they moved to 5-1. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So the Phoenix Suns start a short journey without DeAndre Ayton. As we know, he is injured and he was out of the lineup tonight. In his place, Biyombo was the starting center, and we got to see how the Suns are going to do without DeAndre Ayton. I felt pretty good about how they were going to go in the next few games here, and this is just a really good sign to see that they can take care of teams that they're supposed to, even without one of their core members. DeAndre Ayton, like I said, was out. Biyombo got the start. He played 22 minutes tonight. He had 5 points. 5 rebounds, which is interesting because if you guys remember my last post-game reaction video, I talked about how Biyombo, I think he played like 23 minutes and he had a double-double. And so just 1 minute less amount of, I guess, statistics there, just 5 of 5. But happy birthday to Devin Booker. Had an incredible game, and he scored 30 points and 3 rebounds. And fun fact, so that's his 4th game of the year where he scored 30 points or more. So that's 4 out of 6 already. So, I mean, he's having a great start to the season already. But the Suns looked really good. Like I said, they extend their winning streak to 4 games in a row here. They moved to 5-1. And they look really good right now. As we take a deeper dive into the statistics here, Mikal had 15. Chris Paul had a great game too. Did what he was supposed to as a point guard. Had the double-double, 15 assists, 10 points. You may have to fact check me on that, but I think 15 rebounds is the most that he's had all year long. Cam Johnson followed up his last game with another really good game, 19 points. It kind of just feels like he's picking up confidence in that starting role, and he's looking better and better each game. And so we look at the rotation here. Jock Landale, one of the biggest surprises of the year so far, the Australian from down under, he's really giving us great minutes. There's a little bit of foul trouble in the beginning there with Biyombo and Jock. They both had 3 fouls at the end of the first half. But Jock Landale, 16 points. He's just so much fun to watch. He has such an awesome energy about him, and he's really good. Not only is he solid defensively, he can really put up some points there for you too, and really spread the floor. Torrey Craig had 0 points, but we didn't really miss him tonight as Cam Payne had another great game. We've said this before. This team weirdly goes as far as Cam Payne goes because he's that point guard on the rotation. So he's the first person that you're going to see when we're bringing in any kind of substitution. And so Cam Payne had another great game. And again, he's picking up confidence. He's looking better and better. He had 12 points tonight. Landry Shamet missed a lot of shots tonight if you look at the statistics, but 10 points is what you're going to see. So he had a good night too. But overall, this team looked really good. I like the way that they won this game, obviously, to extend it. These are the kind of games that you're supposed to go out and win, and I was kind of worried about if that was going to affect them so much, not having DeAndre Ayton. You could kind of tell because, DeAndre Ayton at this point of the season averages 15 points, so when Biyombo goes in there and, only gives you 5 points, someone has to make up that 10-point difference. It didn't really affect him, playing the Rockets because the Rockets are now 1-6, but, that's a 124-109. That's a, 15-point difference. So, someone's got to make up that 10-point difference when DeAndre Ayton isn't out. And that's just offensively. We're not even talking about defensively or anything like that. But, and Jock Landale did that tonight. He really picked up the slack. I could tell you, so if you watch the first half of this game, it was kind of weird because the Rockets actually stood around for a little bit. And that's just because the Suns were a little bit careless in the first half. They were turning over the ball. Rockets were doing it as well. If you look at the statistics, Rockets actually ended up with more turnovers than the Suns because the Suns locked it down in the second half. One of the most notable things is 2 things. Shooting. So the big thing is shooting, and it breaks down into 2 categories. But the Suns were pretty bad with shooting tonight, and that's what really kept it competitive for the first 3 quarters. The Suns went 12 of 40 from the 3-point line. 30% shooting. That's bad. The other night we were really hot. Tonight we were cold. But thankfully it didn't really hurt us and it didn't come back. Free throws, 22 of 30. Missing 8 there. Barely got the 73%. Like I said, Things like this don't hurt you against a team like the Houston Rockets, but if we're playing a better team, they could take advantage of something like that. And so I know it's a short video for today, but I want to break down a few things and kind of give you an update of where the Suns stand. They're 10th in the NBA right now offensively, averaging 117.16 points, so 10th in the NBA. That's pretty good. On the other side of that, this is probably the statistic that's more exciting, is we're 3rd defensively in the NBA with the amount of points that we allow, which is 105.8, which is really good. You want to be a good defensive basketball team, and that's something that has been built into the identity of the Suns since Monty Williams has become the coach. We're 1st in the Pacific Division. That's great. I think next would be the Golden State Warriors. I think their record's 4-3. So we're number 2 in the West. We're right behind the Portland Trailblazers. Obviously, they have that tiebreaker because they beat us in the earlier in the season. And hey, guys, we're undefeated at home, and we're also undefeated when we wear these statement jerseys, even though it was just the 2nd time that we did. And a little fun fact here. Really appreciate all of you guys watching the videos, and be sure to like and subscribe because I'm going to be here all season long. But if you notice, I actually broke the post-game reaction videos. There's a whole playlist of like all the reactions, but there's also a playlist that I put into the different jerseys. So there's one for the association, which is the white one. There's one for the classics, and there's one for the statement. We haven't worn the purple ones, the icons, just yet, so I wonder when we're actually going to wear those. But just really cool if you want to check those out, and I'll keep track throughout the season. But next up on Tuesday, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are 4-3. That's going to be a really tough matchup, and that's something we would really love DeAndre Ayton for. I don't think he's going to be playing because they're going to reevaluate his injury a week later. That's going to be a tough game, especially with who they have down low in the paint. But other than that, be sure again to like and subscribe. Suns win 4 in a row. They're 5-1. Let's get it. Go Suns.